Welcome to the 70.3 Superfly build period with 2 days off a week. A couple things that we're going to cover throughout this program are make sure you're coming into this with a little bit of base. So if you haven't established a pretty good base, then my recommendation would be to check out one of our base plans. We have one with 2 days off as well. Or if you feel like your base is almost there but just needs a couple more sessions to kind of get your feet underneath you, then go ahead and go easier for some of these first workouts, because consistency is king. And what you want to do is you want to listen to yourself and listen to your body all throughout the week. Now, what I like to try to tell my athletes to do all the time are look at the week and pace yourself for the week. So you don't want any one workout to be the workout of the week, causing you to not be able to do the rest of the workouts and perform well for the rest of the workouts. Finally, if you have some questions about what your zones should be right now, and you have no idea at all, just go by RPE, which is your rate of perceived exertion. Nothing here should be super, super hard, except for we have a couple of efforts on some of the runs and a couple of efforts on some of the bikes, but nothing too crazy, all right? So like if we look like, for example, even on Tuesday, we're gonna be doing 3 to 4, and you can decide how many you wanna do. 5-minute efforts, and we're going to be building from zone 4 to 5A zone. And a 5A zone is a zone that you could do for about 30 to 45 minutes. Zone 4 is something that you could do for up to 90 minutes. So in that range of potentially hard half Ironman or hard half marathon run to maybe a solid 10K, that type of effort, if you're going to be doing that, obviously it's a lot of work, but if you're only doing it for 5 minutes and it's something that you could keep doing for the duration of a race, then while it's a good effort, you should be able to continue. For anything that says zone 1 and 2, use the talk test. So make sure you could breathe and have a normal conversation with normal breathing. And so that's a good rule of thumb. We are going to test in a couple of weeks and allow it to come up a little bit. So another rule of thumb that I like to use with all my athletes are, if you have a tough workout here and there, it's okay. Sometimes you're tired by design. But what you want to start paying attention to are things like if you feel bad for 3 days in a row, obviously what the schedule doesn't account for is the work and life and family stresses that are also involved. And so if those are taking a toll on you, then these workouts might not be laid up in the best situation for you. And you need to respect that stuff as well. Each week I'll be here trying to talk you through and giving you some tips on things that I'm looking at. I've left 2 days completely off. Now, if that works really well for you, and I'm assuming that it does, or you would have picked a different plan, great. You can move any of the days off in between any of the other days. So for example, if you'd rather have Saturday off, you can easily make your day off Saturday and then move Saturday back to Friday, or move everything forward a day. That's fine too. If you swim with a swim group, no worries, do that. I always say it's better to swim with a good swim group than have to swim on your own. And with that being in mind, I don't really care when you swim. Ideally, you don't do them all together. But if you need to move the swims around, do the swims whenever they're convenient for you. It's a non-weight bearing sport, meaning there's not a lot of ground contact or pounding involved. So as long as you're healthy in your shoulders and all that other stuff, then it doesn't really matter when you swim. I put them here for somewhat flexibility of schedule. But if you have days, like if you like to swim on Mondays and Fridays, go for it, or if you want to move some of these days to not a day off, but you just want to do one workout on 2 days, so that's fine too. So you have some flexibility. We have a couple of ways for you to contact us through our membership area or through our Facebook groups. Reach out if you have questions. I hope everybody has a great first week, and I'll see you in week 2.